What's up, Rio Rancho? I'm Kevin Hendricks, editor of the 528. I'm sitting here with mayoral candidate Paul Wymer and city councilor. Early voting is open now. The election is April 14th. Mr. Wymer, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Kevin. Great to be here.
Yep. I was with you at election night at Turtle Mountain. It was a big party. You got a lot of votes. You didn't get over the 50, so we're in the runoff, but you were really confident that night. How are you feeling now as early voting starts for the runoff? That same amount of confidence?
I have a lot of confidence going into this runoff. And by the way, let me back up here a little bit. We're going to have another election night watch party, the same place, same location, but on the 14th. That said, if I have any concerns, Kevin, I think probably the biggest one is getting the voters out to the polls. And I have those concerns because, as you know, the number of voters that we saw during the regular election was already low enough. Historically, the runoff elections are less than that. The other concern that I have is that I did have a fairly significant lead over my second place opponent. And I fear that maybe some of my voter pool will say, well, he's got this. I don't need to go vote. And we really need everyone to get out and vote. This is super critical. This is something that is so important to all the citizens of the city. And now's the time to get out and make a difference.
Mm-hmm. And voter turnout, I was really surprised at how low it was. I think it was 16%.
Something like that, 16, maybe really, 17. Yeah, it was pretty low.
And it's surprising considering this is a big election. Like Greg Hull's been mayor of Rio Rancho for 12 years now. And is the city going to go in a new direction, or is it going to stay going in the same way that Mayor Hull's been leading it? You're the continuity candidate. People say you're Greg Hull 2.0, but is that a bad thing necessarily?
I personally don't think so. I have worked side by side with Mayor Hull as well as my fellow city councilors for the past 6 years, as you know. Prior to that, I was on the Planning and Zoning Board for 6 years. So that continuity is something that I'm used to. I've helped build what we've gotten accomplished so far, and I want to build more on that. I think we're heading in the right direction. Are there things we need to fix? Absolutely. I know daily, I hear, as do my fellow city councilors, on the need for road repair. Don't disagree. We've got to expand on that. Rio Rancho is one of the safest cities in the Southwest. I want to keep it that way, but in order to do that, we've got to continue to recruit and retain our police and firefighters. I want to work on making sure that they are happy, they are fairly compensated. We are heading into budget season right now, so those discussions are ongoing. So those are kind of some of the key things. But to circle back to your original question, I do think that we've made a lot of great accomplishments under Mayor Hull's leadership, and I want to continue those accomplishments. Whether that looks like Greg Hull 2.0 or Paul Wymer 1.0 doesn't really matter. I want to keep things moving forward in the positive direction that we've seen over the last 6, 8, 10, 12 years.
Mm-hmm. So not really just following his steps, but kind of building on what he's done and keeping Rio Rancho growing in the right direction.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
Assuming April 14th goes the way you want it to, you're sworn in May 1st, I think.
It'll be just before May 1st, but yes.
Okay. What, a year from the day you're sworn in, what does the city of Rio Rancho look like after a year of Paul Wymer in charge?
I think we're going to continue to see steady, reliable, logical, smart growth. We will continue to see housing built and businesses move into the city. I know that the Castilian project that is out in Sandoval County has been very controversial. That said, I believe that there will likely be spin-off businesses that occur because of that. A logical location for those spin-off businesses would be City Center. It is shovel-ready. All the utilities, roads are there and ready for any new business that comes in. And so it would make sense, given the proximity of City Hall and City Center to the Castilian site, for any spin-off business that might need to exist to support Castilian could be built there. So I look forward to working with the city's economic development manager in trying to recruit more business to the city, and equally important to retain existing businesses in the city. So what does it look like? I think we'll see, again, steady growth. We'll continue to be the safest city in the Southwest. We'll hopefully be able to recruit new businesses and therefore new jobs for our residents.
Early voting is open now. Make sure you head to the polls. Election day is April 14th. Don't forget to vote Rio Rancho. Thank you, Mr. Wymer.
Thank you for having me again.